For this video clip, I am going to introduce exercises 1 through 5. We usually start with an ocean breathing movement, which is not part of the 15 exercises. I came across it in the 5 treasures Qigong system, but I find it to be a lovely movement that really, matches the spirit of Yuan Qigong, and it's like very relaxing and nice to kind of just get things rolling a little bit. And so the visualization is we're standing at the beach and we're synchronizing our body's movements with the risings and fallings of the wave and expressing the spirit of the waves. And so relaxing into the natural, constant influx of life's flow and letting your life force fully blossom. And then just relax into the natural contractions and closings, opening again, just like the comings and goings of days and nights, and the openings of blossoms in the morning and their closings at night. And now we do 3 closing movements. So forming a large circle, visualizing, bringing the nourishing energy in through the crown, guiding it down the middle channel, and depositing it into the middle dantian. So for the ocean breathing movement, we don't need to count. It's just more like letting it flow and getting into the feel of things. And for the 15 Hun-Yuan exercises, they could be done in repetitions of 6 or 9. And for this demonstration, I will do 9. So number 1, sync the energy to cleanse the internal organs. Starting from the Wuji stance, let your hands lead the movement. Form a large ball above the head. And now sink the hands down, palms turn facing the body. And at the navel, fingers fan down, pointing to the ground. Hands moving in front of the knees, bending the back, and then gradually rolling back up and return to the Wuji stance. Relax, open your joints, and the visualization of it is that we're gathering the nourishing energy from the environment, bring it in through the crown with the help of gravity, visualizing it moving downward, going deep down into the earth, taking with it what no longer serves us. Being open to letting it come and being open to letting it go. Being open to release what no longer serves us. Taking the time and space to nurture our bodies, minds, and spirits. giving the inside of our bodies, all the organs as well, is the personal space around our bodies, a good cleanse. And I think this is our 9th. Could have been 8th or 10th. And that's the beauty of this system, is that it's all good. And then the 3 closing. So bring the energy in. Here we have an overlap with the hands. So for women, we have the right hand close to the body, left on top. And for men, it's the opposite. So left hand close to the body and right hand on top. And it's the same principle throughout the system. And you might have noticed that there is no prescription of inhalations and exhalations correlating with the movement, and that is the way the system designed it. But as you stay curious with the movements of your natural breathing, you may find some patterns of inhalations and exhalations. So number 2. Gathering and releasing energy through the 3 dantian. So this could be done in the Wuji stance or the horse stance. You could also do your feet parallel with a wider stance, so very adjustable. But relax and raise. Let your hands lead first. Raise them to shoulder level, then round it to a big ball. Then bring the energy into the 3rd eye point and then release it and let it go. It's like breathing in and out of upper dantian for this system, which can also be called the 6th chakra or the 3rd eye point. And it symbolizes intuition, mental clarity, seeing things as they truly are. So keeping the same soft gaze, smiling eyes, and a smile with your lips. This is our 6th. Part 2, working with the middle dantian. So same. Bring the energy into the middle dantian, relax and let go. The middle dantian is it's about 1 inch below the belly button, inside of our bodies. Some say it might be slightly closer to the front than right in the middle. So bring the energy in and then release and let go and relax. So it's like breathing in and out of these centers, giving these centers a nice cleanse. This is our 9th. And then the 3 closings. So it's a little bit harder to keep count while I'm talking. We aim for the 9. And the counting gives us an additional anchor for our attention. And then now working with the lower dantian, which is, let's see. The middle dantian is seen as the center for our creativity, the reservoir of our life force and vitality. And then the lower dantian is also referred to as the root chakra. So it's 1 inch above the lowest point of the pelvis between the sex organ and the rectum. And it symbolizes grounding, rootedness, a feeling of safety, and having our basic essential needs met on the earth plane. And so here's a gentle bend with the knees. Bring the energy to the lower dantian. Relax and let go. Keeping the spine straight. And we do the Kegel with this part. So tense up the groin muscles when you bring the energy in, and relax when you release. So bring the fresh energy in, and then relax, let go, and let it take with it what we no longer need. And we'll do one more. We'll say this is our 9th. And closings. So 1 and 2 are focused on cleansing our bodies and energy centers and releasing what doesn't serve us. And then, so the next 2 focuses on gathering and storing, nurturing energy in our middle dantian. So number 3 is called gathering and storing energy through the 3 dantians. And very similar to exercise 2, but with some distinct differences as well. So part 1, working with the upper dantian. Bring the refreshing energy into the upper dantian, guiding it down the middle channel and depositing it into the middle dantian. Again, feel free to adjust the width and angle of your feet to what is most comfortable for you. So here's the side view, keeping the back straight. And this is our 9th. And then the same 3 closings, always the same 3 closing routines at the end of each part and each exercise. And now gathering and storing energy with the middle dantian. So relax, bring the energy in, visualize it going all the way back, massaging your lower back, and then moving forward, resting in the middle dantian. Play with the idea of moving like a liquid. We are, after all, 70 to 80% water. This is our 9th. And the 3 closings. And moving is an integrated whole. And part 3, gathering and storing energy with the lower dantian. So here, bring the energy into the lower dantian. We're going to guide it up, wrap it around, and now guide it to the tailbone. Bring it up the spine to the belt meridian, this point, and then now wrap it around the belt meridian, deposit it into the middle dantian. And we do the Kegel exercise with this part as well. Tighten the groin muscles as we move the energy around, relax them. When the energy arrives in the middle dantian, and then here is the back view. And this is our 9th. And the closing. So play with the idea of the power coming up from the ground to the legs, eventually to your hands. Number 4, collecting qi to the middle dantian. So I will first demonstrate a couple pairs from the front view, and then we'll do the 9 repetitions with the back view so you could follow easier. So from the horse stance, we're gonna shift to the right with the left hand and then put the left hand out. You want the shoulders, hips, elbows, knees, wrists, and ankles to be on the same plane. So, and the hips are still straight. Now we're gonna rotate, and here is where you move the hands without really moving the hands because it's powered by the shift of your pelvis. And when the shift stops, your palm is facing your abdomen. Now shift, bring the left hand to the abdomen and put the right hand out and rotate. Shift, rotate, shift, and rotate. So there is this Gong acupressure point, which is in the name of number 7. It's between these 2 lines of the palm, a little bit closer to the index finger, then right in the middle, and it's called the Palace of Toil. And you might want to think about having that point correlate with your middle dantian. And for me, just having my thumb on my belly button seems to do the trick. So, and you may feel some sensations in this energy point as you continue to practice. So I'll do it with the back view, and the visualization of it is just we're bringing the energy and depositing it into the middle dantian with the circular motions. So here we go. Have your relaxed gaze loosely follow the movements of your hands. And this hand-eye coordination happens throughout the whole system. Do it whenever we can. This is our 9th pair. Exercise number 5, opening and closing the heaven and earth. So number 5 and 6 explore the elements of opening and closing, expansions and contractions in terms of the natural flow of life. We're being alive. We're participating in life. So here, starting, so number 5, opening and closing the heaven and earth. Part 1, opening the heaven and closing the earth. So from the horse stance, hands in front of the navel, same principles of overlap. Now visualize the energy going from the middle dantian, up the middle channel, to the upper dantian, releasing it through the crown, and opening a gap in the sky. Sink, relax. Now gather and close a gap in the earth. Bring energy in through the lower dantian, then moving it upward, releasing it through the crown, and open, sink, close, and gather. You're welcome to make your stance as wide or narrow as you would like, right? And to just gently bend your knee or going down to a deeper squat. So it's very adjustable. And this is our 9. Right, and now bring the energy in from the earth, lower dantian, deposit it into the middle dantian, then relax your hands, return them to the side, and then the 3 closings. Part 2, opening the earth and closing the heaven. So similar to part 1, just the opposite. Energy moving downward from the middle dantian down to the lower dantian. Release it, open a gap in the earth. Gather, closing a gap in the heaven. Bring the heaven energy in through the crown, guiding it downward, all the way down to the lower dantian. Release and open. And gather and close. Circulation of energy throughout the body. Keeping the spine straight and relax the whole body. This was our 9th. So now depositing the energy into the into the middle dantian. Relax, return your hand to the side. And now the 3 closings. All right, so this concludes our first 5 exercises.